Hey y'all! Welcome back to Simply Shardae, a channel for those looking to live life intentionally with their purpose, relationships, and life's adventures. I'd love for you to subscribe below to my channel to keep updated on all videos coming soon, and stay tuned for a very special announcement at the end of the video. I can't wait to tell you all. Let's have a conversation about dating. How to know when it's time to let him go. So, let's get to it, sis, because in 2020, we're coming in strong and we're doing things the right way. Now, let me tell you, disclaimer, I do not know it all, nor do I try to act like I do. These are just tips that I've learned over time, and I thought I'd share it with you all, so enjoy. So for point number 1, how to know when it's time to let him go is if he is unsure about you. Sis, it don't take that long for him to know the simple thing of if he wants to continue to pursue you. We're not saying, oh, he's ready to commit to a relationship, or oh, he's ready to put a ring on it. No. If he is unsure that he even wants to date you, what's going to make him sure later on? All that's going to garner is a waste of time. You're going to say, oh, maybe I can give him a month or two, or maybe a few more months, and we'll see if, he's still interested in pursuing me. When really, those extra months could be spent with you focused on finding somebody else who actually wants to commit and who actually wants to spend time getting to know you. It don't take long for somebody to say, oh, I want to keep getting to know you. It may take long to actually progress the relationship and to continue trying to figure out the steps that you should take next. But in this instance, if he is unsure that he even wants to continue getting to know you, let that be a factor in knowing it's time to let him go. Don't ever make somebody feel like you are questionable, because like the quote says, you are too dope for anybody to be unsure about you. How can a person be unsure that they want to keep getting to know you? Like, what's at stake? Are you holding on to somebody else? Are you afraid of commitment? Do you feel like things are going too fast? If they are going too fast, take it slower. But that still doesn't mean that that person doesn't have clarity on if you're the one who they want to pursue. So don't ever let anybody make you question if you're worth their time or not. Point number 2, and how you know it's time to go, is if they lack consistency. We are leaving inconsistent men in 2019, ladies, because in 2020, they're coming with clarity and consistency. Now, unless it's been communicated that the way you all are doing the relationship have been terms that you both agree to, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if there's a relationship where the communication is inconsistent, time is inconsistent, you just don't know what's going on, you're trying to go with the flow. Inconsistency is a no. Because if he's not being consistent with you, he could be being consistent with somebody else, but we ain't gonna go there. Or on the flip side, he just may not be that much into you. Or he just may not be ready for a relationship. So if you find that whoever you're with is being inconsistent, take this time to think about whether it's worth bringing up in a conversation, or whether you just got to do what you got to do, because we are not accepting any inconsistent men in 2020. Actually, starting today, no inconsistent men in our DMs, okay? We want consistency with our time, with our dates, with effort, with the love being shown. We want consistency, but that also means that we have to give consistency. If you're one of the ladies, or if you're the one who's actually being inconsistent with who you're talking to, then take that time to figure out what's making you be inconsistent. Because we can't want a consistent man if we're not being consistent ourselves. Like, that's not fair. We should want to be what we want to attract. So if we want to attract a consistent man, then we should start off by being a consistent woman. So we want to focus on people who can add value to our life rather than the ones who's trying to take it away. And finally, point number 3, how to know when it's time to let him go is if deep down you know you settled, sis. No settling in 2020 starting today. I am not the one who can answer if you settled or not. You will have to assess that for yourself. But some things that'll help you realize that you settled is whether or not you have compared this person to a past relationship as the closest thing you can get to them, or if you just know that you can just do better, you settled. I don't mean only doing better when it comes to looks or whatever he got going on. Doing better all around. Like, if you feel like you can date up, date up. We not dating down in 2020. It's not happening. And dating down is not looks. Just let me clarify. Dating down is not just looks. Dating down is all encompassing of that person's character, the person's goals, visions, how they treat you, etc. In 2020, we're coming strong. Settling can distract us in the moment, but it'll make us miss out on what we truly want in the long run. So settling not only hurts the person who you settled with, it hurts us. And we have to treat ourselves right. Self-care, self-love, all of that in 2020. What good is it to be with somebody who you know there's just something missing? Not saying that they have hit all the points that was on your imaginary list, because like we said in the last video, the list doesn't exist. But saying more so, you just know you can do better. We don't want to settle, because at the end of the day, it's hurting us and it's hurting the next person, and we don't want to be that toxic girl or that toxic woman in the relationship. No futures over here. So for intentional dating, we want our relationships to live and exist in clarity. Where there is clarity, there is purpose. And best believe if he's interested in you, you will know. And if you're questioning it, he just might not be interested at the moment or at all. I know that was a lot. But he could have other factors that he's dealing with. So be sure to communicate that. Properly communicate how you're feeling, what you're expecting, so whoever you're with or whoever you're dating is not in the dark. Communication is one of the key factors of having and maintaining a healthy relationship. So once you're able to get over your pride and courageously be vulnerable with the person you're dating, that's when you may see results, whether positive or negative. So keep communication top of mind, because how can a person know if that's what you want if you haven't communicated that with them? So for the benefit of the doubt, let them know if they've been, number one, inconsistent, or number two, don't let them know if you settled. You just got to take that up with yourself. Or if he's coming across as unsure about you, maybe that's something that he can work on to enhance, or maybe that's not how he intended to come across. He just wants to know how to meet your needs better. So I'd suggest, before making any decisions, communicating that with whoever you're with, or if you know it's time to just make that step, this is your sign. Because we are always looking for signs on how to know it's time to go. Let this be your sign, sis. We can't be stringing people along or making relationships last longer than they need to be, because we are not trying to miss out on what it is God truly has for us. So I hope you've enjoyed these tips on how to know when it's time to let him go, because in 2020, we're coming strong. We're doing it right. The first tip, as a recap, was you know it's time to let him go if he is unsure about you. The second tip is if he is inconsistent. And the third tip is if you know deep down you settle. So I'm so glad I was able to share these tips with you on Simply Shardae. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to be a part of the community. Leave a comment and give me a thumbs up on the video. Now to the special announcement. Yes. Drum roll, please. Simply Shardae has created her first newsletter mailing list. So if you would like to receive love and inspiration to your Monday morning inboxes, be sure to sign and join the community below. I'll be dropping the link in the comment section. So if you want to be a part of the Simply Me community focused on living an intentional life and getting those pieces of love and inspiration to your Monday morning inboxes, be sure to sign up below. So this was such a fun video because y'all know I love talking about dating and I love living an intentional life. So whatever I learned, I'd love to share it with you all in the next upcoming video. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. The holidays are coming up. Share a little love, a little cheer, and be great.